The week of August 29th to September 3rd has been problematic, to say the least. On Tuesday, we had the DDoS attack on the Blizzard servers, which impacted my favorite game, Overwatch. And on Wednesday, we had a DDoS attack on the entire collection of EA servers, which impacted one of the biggest events of the summer, the Battlefield 1 beta. Now, this is the first time I've ever been victim of an attack like this, and I know it sounds hard to believe, but it's true. I've always heard of these things and thought they were bad, but it's completely different when you're being directly denied of service. EA has had problems with down servers before, but it's different when outside forces is acting upon it. I will not say the name of the hacker group in this video because I refuse to give them what they're searching for, which is attention. However, I'm going to talk a little bit about both attacks today and how to prevent a now commonplace DDoS attack in the near future. DDoS attacks are pretty much an expected thing. But if they're so expected, how do they keep happening? Why are they so hard to defend against? And why do they happen so often? In this video, I'll answer these questions and give 2 ways to prevent DDoS attacks in the future. So, first things first, before we get into all this crazy stuff, what is a DDoS attack? DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service, which means someone will deny service of a server or a mega server so no one can use it. And if you can use it, it will not be suitable and it won't work how it usually does. The reason that's called a distributed attack is referencing how the attack works. A large number of systems, and we're talking more than a dozen here to override these larger servers, they send everything from packets to login attempts to override these servers. This is mostly done by a code they write. They're not sitting there spamming the login button for hours, but you get the idea, you get the point, It's actually a very simple kind of a hack, yet it affects literally everyone who wants to play that game. It affects everyone who wants to shoot people riding a horse, and it affects everyone who wants to play Uncharted who just opened a new PlayStation. With that out of the way, let's move on to the first question. How can these attacks keep happening? Well, in the most simple sense, companies are not putting up enough defense to stop it. Yes, they're learning from mistakes, but it's almost like security theater. It only protects from the things that happened last time. It only protects from the last way they got DDoS. It only protects for the last wave of DDoS attacks. And even then, they can't protect from all attacks, That would mean putting their servers in such a locked state that most people wouldn't be able to use them, which is obviously a problem when you're trying to play a 64-player war in the desert. You can't do that without open servers. It's just not going to work. Anyway, back on topic, why do they keep happening? Because their offense is evolving faster than our defense. They're finding more efficient ways and faster ways to take out these servers and deny everyone of service. And let me tell you, it's working. Companies like EA and Ubisoft have more than enough money to pay for a better defense against DDoS attacks. So why don't they? Because they would rather spend money on marketing new games, making new games, or marketing existing games than putting money into something that may or may not happen. Okay, last question. Why do they happen so often? Well, because they're easy. Extremely easy at that. Someone with a slightly above average knowledge about how a computer works can easily pull off a DDoS attack with his or her friends. There are actually sites that do this too. I think Lizard Squad had a website where you could pay money and they would DDoS a website of your choosing. They are insanely easy to pull off and stupidly cheap. All you have to do is find your target. Prevention-wise, there are a few things you can do, but I'm going to go over 2 in this video. Number 1 is probably the easiest thing you can do, which is just to be knowledgeable about what a DDoS attack looks like. If you can see it, you'll be able to stay one step ahead. The way I do this is simply just read an article like this, right? Just read an article, go online, figure out what a DDoS attack looks and acts like. Doing things like dropping malinformed packets. These clog up your bandwidth and are a central part of DDoS attack. If you can see these early and drop them, it won't stop the attack, but it'll postpone it long enough to either restart the servers, which no one wants to do, but it could help, or get in contact with your ISP, which will hopefully be able to help you out and repel the attack. The other thing you can do to prevent these attacks is hiring a company to do it for you. Yes, there are actually companies that will protect you from DDoS attacks. The biggest one out there is Cloudflare, and they seem to know what they're doing. It really is that simple. Hire a company, protect your servers, and don't piss off your user base. Before I go, I want to say that in this video, I paint the situation like it's in the company's hands, like it's their fault. The truth is, it's not. You can protect against an attack like this, and if you take the right precautions, they will not happen as often. But you can't protect against everything. DDoS attacks will happen. That's not EA's fault. That's not Ubisoft's fault. There are people out there trying to ruin the experiences for everyone else. And something needs to be done. That's where I'm stuck. Post in the comments below what you think should be done about these people behind the attacks. With that, my name has been Z-Star. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.